Okay, in this video I'm going to talk about a couple trades from today, two of which were losers, and I am on sim just to make sure that that is clear while I'm evaluating these tools and getting to understand how they work. So again, my approach is to use price action setups and then look for the order flow tools to help confirm or maybe help me to exit early. And for whatever reason, I wasn't paying attention to a couple of these trades, so I'm going to talk a little bit about them. So you can see here, pre-market, we had very strong move down, and we had a first leg up to the EMA, bounced down, and then we had come back up, formed a double top, and then a kind of a bit of a doji signal bar there, and I had entered there as a second entry short trade after a double bottom, which is a reasonable price action setup. Now, it's the market open. Anything can happen. You can also look at this as a higher low at this point. So you could probably kind of go either way with regards to your price action. Now, I do recognize that I've got a first entry long here as well. So if this fails, it would set up both a second entry long and a failed second entry short. And I'm in this trade now, and if you look here at the order flow, at first it looks like it's doing pretty well. And if you can just take a look at, we'll just pause it here. You can see over here that we've got a little bit of strength here on the offer side and a little bit of weakness here on the bid side, and so it's looking like it's going pretty good. And then at some point you can kind of see where the bids start absorbing the orders coming through. Okay, we'll stop it right about here. You can see I've got a little bit more weakness now right here on my offer side. My bids are starting to come through aggressively. You can see them come through very aggressively. 553 versus 343 there, 378 versus 156. So by no means have the bulls given up on this particular trade. This was probably, with this long tail right here, this was probably a good time for me to exit, get out of break even, recognizing the weakness that's happening. You can see the weakness in the order book with orders being pulled on the offer side. And we're going to see here from a price action perspective, I should have exited this trade with a small loss anyway. Normally, when I get a setup like this, I may not reverse, but I would certainly have moved my stop loss down to exit. So I would move my stop loss above this green bar right here, and you can see that we've got good momentum coming on here with some large players coming in on the bull side, and I would normally be out. And of course, not only is that the right place to get out, that would actually be a good trade setup as well as a second entry long and a failed second entry short. But that's a really hard one for me to stop and reverse. And again, just look at the strength on the bull side that's happened. It's just been matching the bears, in some cases exceeding them. We move up. We're going to move up really quick here at this point. Here's me trying to get out with a smaller loss and ended up just popping right through. So good example of you looking at order flow, but of course I wasn't paying attention, or I wasn't looking closely enough at the time and got burned for it. Okay, here's another trade setup, and interestingly enough, it was almost identical to the earlier loss where the price had moved down very strong. It was a second entry short, and then it turned into a failed second entry short. Now this didn't set up a second entry long unless you count the double top, which was really just a one tick double top, but it's kind of close enough sometimes. The other thing I was looking at these three icebergs up here. So it looks like there was some good defense. You can see some sellers starting to come in here pretty strong. And the trade was looking pretty good at first. You had a good strong follow-through bar. But then you can see kind of the trouble that's starting to happen. You can see the massive number of bids that are flowing in. So 1122 here at the 5225 area, 1082 here, and that's on a 3080 bid. So I mean, this is an area where you can see they are ready to protect this area, and then on the offer side, you've got some weakness. So this should have been a clue for me right off the bat to be really worried. I'm moving down, but look, I've actually got more bull orders moving down than I have sell orders. So something's not quite right. So we'll continue to look at this. So again, I get some pops up. I still have some strengthening on the bid side. Very, very strong book right now on the bid side. It doesn't look like they're pulling orders. So, this was a late entry. So I was trying to hop in here a little bit late because I'd missed my earlier entry, which now, obviously in hindsight, that was a mistake. And as we continue to look at this, we'll see that what ends up happening is again, just like last time, we have a failure here. It reverses and it heads back. You can just see the bull strength. I mean, we're at my entry. Almost, there's more bull strength than bear strength, even though we've kind of been heading down. And you can just see all the prints over here. And we're pretty much taken off at this point. It's pretty much game over. Now again, is that a good place to reverse? Yeah, that's kind of a tough one to reverse on. You've got this trend line that it could pause right there. I was kind of counting on that trend line holding things up. It didn't quite work out, and you're below the EMA, but that was kind of what happened today. You had a lot of trades coming off of either below or above the EMA that generated some strength. Okay, now on this trade, which I recorded it a little bit late, I'm already in the trade here. I took this as a second entry long, and the entry bar was that doji that you can see from my screen. I'm already a little bit nervous about having this in here, especially thinking about those prior to failed second entries the second entries that didn't work out. But in this case, what I'm going to do is just kind of continue to look at this trade and see what happens. We can see here that I'm trying to get back in here because I see this big influx of orders, and I can see the bull start to really come in aggressively. So 1363 versus 195. You can see that over here as well. I cleared everything up, and you can see just a massive number of bull orders coming in. Now, right now they're being absorbed by the offers, but you can see, you can see kind of the push and pull back and forth here. So 1366, 1110 so far, and I see some big traders coming in on the bull side and the bear side. So this looks like it's a market that's not sure which way to go, as it seems like the other trades were as well. So we're just going to continue to watch this for some added, strength or weakness. And we can see more weakness here right now on the offer side than the bid side. They're adding to their bids down here. And pretty decent volumes here. And I actually do have this on triple speed, so this is a good example of sometimes you're waiting a long time for some of these trades to get moving. So this is really good news as we look at this. We're at 2943 versus 1584 on the strength meter, and you can see all the big trades coming in. Now they're getting absorbed right now. They were getting absorbed by a lot of the limits on the offer side, but that is some very aggressive buying that's happening right there. And now we've got a block order come in 557. We get a push up. So this is looking good, much better than the previous trades. We've got some adding here. You can see they're adding lots and lots of orders here on the bid side. Pushed it up, adding more orders. They're beginning to pull orders over here on the offer side, trying to defend this area. But I've already got 4 ticks in this. I can move my stop loss to break even, let my runner go, and feel pretty good about this trade. And the one thing that was really interesting with this is the strength meter gave a little bit of a prelude to what was to come. The strength meter really shot up on the with the bull executions coming through. It showed me that there was a lot of aggressive bull strength going on, which then helped to give a little bit more confidence to the trade. So the strength meter in this case was the one that kind of helped to tip off what was going on with the trade. It was very cool.